Hello, 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 my good students. Welcome back to our War on the Sea Let's Play series as the Imperial Japanese Navy. Join us straight off the last episode where we are rushing back to the Shortland Islands to pick up some troops that we completely forgot to pick up the last time, even though we said we would. They're very much needed troops now. We have a second invasion force landed by the Americans yesterday on Guadalcanal. So the balance of power is very much not in our favour now, even though we have a couple thousand troops who are very well supplied. So the aim of this episode is to get some more reinforcements from our forces onto that island and hopefully take it back, complete control for us. So, see you on the map. We can see here that we have our Takao task force, even though without the Takao now. It's still going to the Shortland Islands over here to pick up some troops. We are not able to launch air operations because it is just... 5. Actually, we might just... No, we are able to because it's 5 in the morning, not 5 in the evening. We should be able to just about launch them. So we're going to launch some zeros to scout from here, from the Ryujo. We're going to go down, scout round the coasts of the island, like that. We're going to launch a Jake off of the Suzuya, and that is going to, if I can get the button to work, go down here, see what's happening in that direction. We can do the same with our submarines as well and get them to, this one to hunt for the carrier, which we did hit in the last episode. We got a little love tap on it with a couple of torpedoes. It's fairly heavily damaged but not in critical condition, unfortunately. We're going to get this Jake to actually come round and search over here to see where the invading convoy may have retreated to, and that's going to do for that. We're going to carry on to see what happens. So they're all ready to launch again, but that's fine. Let's just keep going at a faster speed and see if we can catch any of these filthy Americans. We have pulled back the Ryujo just to make sure it doesn't get caught by anyone, but it should be okay now that we have our task force a bit closer and we have scouted. We are going to, of course, keep moving our submarines because they are stationary at the moment. This one's patrolling for the Lexington we spotted. But it doesn't look like so far there's any Americans too close to us, does it? So we're going to launch more aircraft again and have a wider arc, I think, and go a bit closer to their base. Have a look around there, I think. We're going to launch from here and just make sure the straight's over here and go a bit further out. We're going to launch some more zeros again from the Ryujo. We're actually going to go out in this direction. See if there's anything out here towards Milne Bay and carry on like that. Okay, so we see a Kingfisher scout over here. What we're going to do is take this Jake and see if we can spot over here. Nothing just yet. We're going to change its course again. Might be further down, but that's okay. That's not going to have enough range. We are also going to double check that we're nearly in range to pick up troops there. Nearly in range. But we can't see anything just yet. This submarine is idle. Don't like that at all. Let's give it a little bit longer waypoint there. We are also going to just double check we've rearmed. And we're going to manage our cargo here and give everyone that can hold troops some troops, which is just the destroyers, but that's okay. So giving them about 750 troops there, not a problem. Just a few to reinforce it and bide our time. They're going to go over here and over to Guadalcanal. So this may be a little more of a strategic episode for you today, maybe a little less action than usual, but it's a little bit of a change of pace. We're going to get the Suzuya to fire off a aircraft. Which we can't because that's the wrong button. Christ, can you imagine if we were allowed to bombard our own stuff then? Oh, we'd have wrecked the Shortland Islands then from carelessness. Get a bit of scouting in our own territory there. So Ryujo's ready to launch again. Excellent stuff. Let's launch some more zeros off and get them out to our flanks here again. Let's have a quick look. Okay, and I-15 is ready to relaunch her Jake. Not a lot of downtime on that, is there? I'm going to come back over here and go out to the north and round, I think. Over, is this Santa Cruz? And I-17 is ready to launch again, so we're going to pause and carry on with that. But it is now getting dark, so this could be the last flight of the day. I am worrying about where that scout plane went to there. But yeah, it's dark now, so no more flights for a bit. Going to bring Ryujo back down because there's clearly nothing down here. And we're going to make sure I-15 is patrolling over here. Hopefully they pick something up. And how are our transports doing? We're wasting time over here. So exactly what do we want? I think. Okay, so that's going to bring us to around even there. So really, I think we want one more. Let's try and get one more supply ship, so we can balance out what we're doing here. We're going to where is merge? There we go. And we're going to manage cargo as well with everyone. So we're going to get 2 for troops and 2 for supplies, I think. Brilliant. So hopefully this is enough, but it's going to take 2 whole days again to get over here. So I'll join you back in a minute when something happens. Alright, so many hours have passed since you last saw me, but we've now launched a scouting force out. We've spotted 2 small fleets here. One's a submarine hunting group with 3 destroyers. The other is a small escorts force guiding 6 merchant ships. There's 1 light cruiser and 1 heavy cruiser with 2 destroyers. So that's actually not going to be too difficult to hit. We're going to try and keep eyes on them, although I don't have any fuel left really. So that's going to go straight back to base. We're going to do that now. We're going to ignore that, of course. And I think we're going to get I-15 with its 11 possible torpedoes available. We should probably actually... I think we're going to bring I-17 back to... Oh my god, what is going on there? Mouse is going mental. We're going to bring it back to the Shortland Islands. Bring it back this way. Because it only has 7 torpedoes available. That is, of course, good enough for 1 strike. It might hit something on the way back. But we'll see. We get I-15 over here, I think. Do like that. Just straight to them, beeline for them. We do have a Jake just outside their base, but we didn't see anything on the way there. We're going to launch some more Zeros, I think, from Ryujo when we can. Yeah, this one's coming just in time, I think. On the right course for us, so I'll join you back in a second. So, joining me now, we've made contact with I-15 with this convoy that we see over here. We are going to identify exactly what they have before we decide what to hit. So we can see this is like a Porter destroyer because of all of the guns are dual mount and they raise torpedoes over here. This looks like that is actually a Fletcher. That's the first Fletcher we've ever seen in this playthrough, isn't it? Interesting stuff. So that's quite an advanced destroyer. Interesting. Big threat to our own destroyers, that, and it also has a lot of good torpedoes as well. This looks to be a New Orleans. Again, a rather heavy threat being a heavy cruiser. And this is the Atlanta. Okay, alright, so I think this might be the first Atlanta we've seen in this playthrough. Just to give you a quick rundown, all of its main guns, it's quite a standout cruiser. It's made specifically for anti-air purposes. All of these guns are 120mm, which is not very big at all. It's in fact the same caliber you'll find on these destroyers over here. The thing is, I should double check they're exactly 120. The thing is though, that they won't do a lot of damage to our surface ships, other than destroyers, but they are all dual purpose guns, which means that they all fire flak shells as well. Hence the 127mm, that's what you'll find on the Fletcher there. So again, like I say, it won't do a lot of damage to surface ships unless they're destroyers and relatively unarmoured, but they do also fire flak as well, so they're a massive, massive threat to our air units. The amount of flak coming off of there is ridiculous. So that might be what we're going to target actually. Should be fairly easy to bring down if we get a few hits on it. And we're on that side anyway, so I think what we're going to do is actually bring I-15 out just a little bit, get it to turn round, I think. So we're going to increase its speed, and we are going to carry on. I will see you in a second. I'm actually going to identify the Atlanta. properly and build up a solution. So I'll see you in a second. 2 minutes later, and we have come into a very nice position here. We're going to up periscope. We have the Atlanta in our sights, and you can see we actually have a 99% solution on this. So if they don't have any idea we're here, we are going to slow down to a halt so we don't make any noise for their sonar to pick up on. We should absolutely be guaranteed to hit this. If this misses, I will be very frustrated with the game here. With a 99% solution, you cannot get any higher. I've never seen a 100% solution, so this has to hit. So we have 4 torpedo spread as a 2-degree angle, or spread rather, and we're going to fire, or as the Japanese say, Gurai Hasha! Alrighty, so it appears we made a mistake there with the spread of our torpedoes. It was far too wide to actually get a killing blow there. And we are going to... I thought we were going to miss that one. That's okay. It's a little bit of damage. Of course, not going to sink it. So we have completely crippled the Atlanta there. Its speed is going right down. It has a major list and a massive fire on the bow there. One more hit would have sunk it, I think. Let's get a proper damage report up and have a look. So yeah, there's a heavy damage to the Atlanta and heavy flooding as well. And actually heavy damage and flooding to number 5 that we hit as well, which is rather odd. I would have expected more moderate, but we can see the fire on that thing. So, I don't think that was a magazine explosion, going by the explosions that we saw. So its guns will still be active when we come back, which is rather a shame. But we can also hit that again. We can either send... we can either send planes, or we can try for another torpedo attack. But we'll see. They've also... Oh my god, how stupid is the AI here? You can see they've caused minor damage to the Fletcher here by the ramming. Oh my god. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Where is it? Oh, look at that. So, yeah, I'll join you back on the strategic map. This is a real shame, but that's something to learn for next time, actually, is do a 1-degree spread. If we did that and made a tighter spread, we would have sunk that Atlanta there and then. It's rather a shame there. We need these devastating strikes, but that's still really good. Look at that list. It's nearly down. Might we get another collision here, actually. That's ridiculous. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this. So, I was looking at the damage report just before we leave. I noticed it says we've gained 3 command points. I was like, hang on a second, we haven't actually sunk anything. But we did. We caused in just enough damage. We must have hit a really lucky spot on that cargo ship. But even though it took 1 torpedo, the flooding and damage we caused was enough to make them just scuttle it there and then. So we got the command points off of that, which is brilliant stuff. That saves us a job later on. So actually... a really, really nice strike there. What with the heavy damage to the Atlanta, putting that pretty much out of action, the scuttling of the cargo ship there, and then the AI just being stupid. It's got moderate damage to the Fletcher there because because they collided with the New Orleans, which is taking a little bit of damage itself. That is amazing. I will take that any day. So actually, it's going to be quite an easy hit for our task force here now. Be very, very nice. But I am, of course, going to launch the good old Kates off of here and try and catch them before they get over to us. So I'll join you in a second. What luck! Okay, so we have a small problem here. We have sighted the carrier force once again, but it appears they're about to sight both our Ryujo and our supply ships here. We have launched some zeros straight away to cover the supply ships because they will be completely undefended and will sink if they get hit by something. So what we're going to do is actually bring our I-15 back up, I think, and try and hit the carrier with some air groups in a second, I think. We're going to bring this Zero squad back down to base so it can refuel and actually join some Kates later on We need to hit this quickly. And what we're going to do, okay, so it looks like these are pulling back, so we're going to try and keep our sights on this carrier while we can. Let's see what happens. We're going to see if the Ryujo is close to launching more planes. Brilliant, we've got some more Kates off, excellent stuff. Okay, so we're going to go straight for it there. And we're actually going to tell these Zeros to sit on the Kates as well. And hopefully they will be enough to hit the carrier at least, I think. Get the Kates, bring them over here. And actually keep the speed on a decent slow speed, so we've got more control over this. Ah, no, 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 that's exactly what we didn't want. We got some dive bombers, I think, coming in for our ships over here. We might just be able to get some Zeros in there, but we'll see. They might just be out of range. That would be too late, I think. We're going to have a look and just pray. What have we got? No, the Zeros aren't here. Okay, we're going to try and retreat as quickly as possible. Not much we can do at all. Just pray. Not been sighted just yet. Going to take some evasive maneuvers as quickly as possible. Try and retreat like this, maybe. They're definitely going to be about. Here we go. Oh, no, 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 no. These are... Oh, no. No. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh. Never a worse situation have we had. This is completely the wrong source of manoeuvre we need as well. Given the broader target, this one's going to get sunk. Absolutely going to sink. Light touch there. What did that do? Minor flooding. Okay. They might be going for different targets then. Okay. This isn't going to be in time, but we're going to brake and take manual control. Increase speed. Move over there. Yeah, that's a very narrow spread there. They might just hit. And we're going to do the same, I think, for these as well. Brake. Full speed. Make a big turn. And you brake, increase speed, massive, massive turn. Oh no, no, no! That's could have been worse. Could have been worse. I'm in fear. I do fear for this one now, though. Please, please. No, doesn't look great. Oh, okay, okay. You know what? That could have been worse. That really could have been worse. We're just going to hope that we don't get scuttled now on our way out. But I think we'd be able to recover from that. It's only minor flooding on everyone. We definitely need these Zeros to come in quickly though, don't we? Okay. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Oh, that was close. Had me sweating. We need these troops to get over to Guadalcanal. I'm fed up of ferrying people away. So what we're going to do is just retreat now and get these Zeros back in. I'll see you in a second. So we did take moderate damage there. We're going to tell this to go over to Task Force 6. Although they have no endurance, they're going to go straight back to Ryujo, aren't they? Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully that'll be it for now. And we should be able to sink this carrier before anything else happens. But we're going to keep an eye out. Oh, I hope this doesn't count as an engagement with the carrier. We're going to have to take this and retreat. I really hope this doesn't count as engagement with the carrier, because that will mean we'll lose sight. Don't mind the Jake getting shot down. That's fine. We have many. We have many. It's okay. But if we lose contact with the carrier after this, we're not going to be able to sink it with our Kates, and it will be a wasted flight. I'm going to watch the Jake go down there. They're not attacking. Great. There we go. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we know we're close to the carrier. We know where it is. We really need to hope. Zeros are just being stupid. That looks like we've lost contact with it. That really looks like we've lost contact with it, doesn't it? That is so sad. Why did that have to happen? No, the one time we get a perfect opportunity to hit that thing. Oh, that is terrible. Absolutely terrible. We do have some endurance left though, so we're going to do one more circle round. Get some zeros up from the Ryujo. No, I need to wait a little bit longer. It will tell us when. Okay, zeros up. Get them over the transports as quickly as possible, please. Oh my, this is terrible. Dire Straits, rearm the I-17. And you know where I'm going to send this, don't you? Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Oh dear. Yeah, they're going to have to come back and refuel. That's okay. Bring the Ryujo back down. Okay, alright. That is so unfortunate. That should not have counted as an engagement with the carrier. That really shouldn't have done. But we're going to try and scout it out again. So, it's now a couple hours into night time. Unable to launch any aircraft, but that does mean that goes for the same for the enemy as well. It looks like our merchant ships have finally made it in range of Guadalcanal under cover of darkness. Let's see how that's tipped the balance. Okay, so it's fairly even now. We do need more troops. We do have a lot of supplies now. So we're going to make one more trip with a few more supplies and troops, I think, and that should put it in our favour. It's very sad though. That did make it on time. That's okay. Mission accomplished there. But I think we're going to try and fit in one more engagement for this episode. We are still looking out for the carrier, which seems by the vector of their Scouse aircraft, it seems to have retreated down to this sort of area again. Become rather cowardly. So we're going to bring I-15 down and see if we can get that to have a look. I'll join you in a minute. Well, this is an interesting development. Our surface task force is now in a major bit of bother here, a major threat. We have sighted a battleship group with 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser and 3 destroyers. This is a massive surface threat. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep eyes on it with this Jake again. Follow that course and launch everything we have at it. Going to try going with the submarine group first. And we are of course going to go with some Kates, the all-reliable airstrike there. Best thing against battleships. Goes straight over to us, I think. We are of course going to keep our eyes out for that carrier. Well, our Kates have successfully managed to engage their battleship fleet. However, they're under the cover of a rainstorm here, so it's going to be very difficult to spot them. It's going to take some time. We are, according to the strategic map, just on top of them. So it's going to be a case of using our binoculars and trying to search them by eye rather than using the map. This could be very dangerous. We might only spot them when we're just on top of them here. There's nothing in sight just yet. There's some shadows there, looking a bit suspect, but it looks like just ripples in the water. Could check that out. I'm going to tell groups of Kates to go individually to different directions, I think. Small risk, but certainly not going in our favour at the moment. We do need to get some eyes out. Perhaps should have waited a little longer. Let's see what the retreat says. It says there's nothing in sight, but so I'm going to double check that there is nothing here. I'll be back with you in a minute. And just as I say that, our first group of Kates has come into contact with them. So what have we got? That looks like a North Carolina, and that is a South Dakota. So both battleship types in this group here. Excellent stuff. So which one do we actually have sight of? It's the North Carolina here. How can you tell it's a North Carolina? Well, even though they're very similar looking battleships, the North Carolina has its command tower here rather narrow and rather thin, whereas these Alabama or South Dakota, oh Christ alive, I can't South Dakota type rather, is, I'd say it's rather a fat battleship actually. If you look at it here, loads more like concentrated secondaries, rather a thick design around the belts here, and rather large stern there. So what the differences come down to here is actually the South Dakota has a better armoured belt. It's more of a brawler type battleship and has larger or more secondaries. They're both fast battleships. They should be able to reach a maximum speed of 27.5 kilometres here. You can see the South Dakota does, and yeah, the North Carolina reaches 28 kilometres. So not a massive difference there in specs. What we're going to do is target, I think, the North Carolina with 2 sets first. So we're going to do the old trick here, go all the way down to 40 metres above sea level. And we're going to target number 1, identify it as North Carolina. And we're going to bring number 2 down, or this third group rather, and bring it down over here. What we're going to do is we're going to increase the speed of this one because it is rather far away. And I think we're going to bring these other Kates back around this side. And they might even hit the South Dakota. But we'll see, because they will. I'm not going to increase their speed. I'm going to see what happens with our other drops first. So they're not going to target anything. I'll join you in a second when we're in range, as per usual. Okay, so joining me now, this group of Kates is very, very close to them. I think we're going to change our course just a little bit to bring them up over this way, just to get on their bows a bit. We're also going to have a quick look at what the other ships are. So number 2 over here is the South Dakota, that's okay. We have what looks like a Pensacola. No, that's another Northampton. Okay, interesting. They have over here a Pensacola. I keep saying you can tell because the front gun or front turret only has 2 gun barrels. Interesting stuff. We have a Perth over here as well. The destroyers, that looks like a Benham, I would say, perhaps, off the top of my head. I'm not going to bother identifying them properly. Another one over here, and that, oh okay, that is something else. Has a lot of torpedoes on this one. Okay, so we're going to carry on with this attack. Hopefully the reduced visibility means that they're not going to fire at us with their guns until it's too late. I'm pretty sure they'd be able to by now, but we're going to have a quick look. So, yeah, okay, I think we're doing okay with this lot. We are of course going to drop with this group very soon. In fact, I think we're going to tell them to attack, not just yet. It's time to attack now actually, let's go for it. This group, I think we're going to tell them to actually come down inwards just a little bit. So I'm going to go like that. We're going to identify South Dakota. And the Americans, although they don't have a lot of battleships available, they got more than the Japanese do. 2 North Carolinas and 4 South Dakotas. Actually no, speaking of which, that is exactly the same as we should have available. We'll have 4 Congos available, and 2, I'm sure the historical people among you will certainly know this, but I'm not going to say exactly, but 2 of a very special battleship available. Let's say that. Oh, I can't wait for that. But we're saving points up for such things. Okay, watching this, it does look like they fired their flak off later than usual. We haven't lost anything just yet. I'm just going to watch over here. I'm going to tell them this lot to attack, I think. Have lost a Kate, but was that... might have just dropped. Yeah, we got all the torpedoes off there. That's brilliant stuff. Lovely cross drop here. We did lose a Kate here. That's before we've dropped, so that is very unfortunate here. This lot doesn't look like they want to drop. That is very strange. They've not dropped. That is very weird. We have got 3 hits on the North Carolina. So what I'm going to do is actually tell this lot to come back out and try again. That is very stupid. It might be because we're going too fast there. I'll put it down to that. This group of Kates can stay in reserve then. Just come back over here. I bet that's because they're going too fast. We should have watched that. Yeah, we're losing too many of them. We're just going to tell them to attack now, I think. So we're going to reduce their speed down to 154. And we're going to tell them to turn around immediately for them. And get them to attack now. Have got an extra hit from a miss on the South Dakota there. That's brilliant stuff. Bit more damage there. Now hopefully both of these get to drop before anything, but they are now going very slow. So don't like our chances too much. There we go, that's one down. Interesting. Did he manage to drop? Okay, we both got torpedoes off. Excellent stuff. Okay, we'll see what happens here. The losses are definitely worth it if we get to sink one here. I would love that. Okay, both torpedoes hit. Excellent stuff. And we can see already that its speed is going right down. So we're going to take an action report very quickly. Heavy, heavy. Okay, we need to get it in critical. So what we're going to do is send all of our remaining Kates at them, I think. I'm going to send this... is it this one? No, it's this one over here, this group. Who have not dropped. So we're going to send them all the way back over here. And get them to drop. All of their torpedoes, hopefully. I'll see you when they're in range. Alright, so now we're in range. We are going to actually just adjust our course a little bit and get a better broadside attack on them. And watch our speed this time, because it must have been that which prevented us from attacking and dropping with our previous flight, which has cost us, I think, actually a really nice hit on that battleship. These things happen though. It's just a minor mistake there, loss of attention, but it's okay. A bit of an oversight. We are definitely going to sink this. If we get like 2 or 3 more hits on it, it will sink. Okay, it looks like it's reversing actually, going from its smokestacks. And I do think the rain is reducing their visibility by quite a bit. So they should be firing at us by now. Okay, actually, it looks like they're starting to go forwards. Does it? No, the smoke's still saying otherwise. Oh, they don't have a target, so that is a stupid idea. There we go. Tell them to attack now. Brilliant stuff. This South Dakota's being a bit stupid. We're going to have another collision here. That is ridiculous. Yep, there you go. Jesus Christ. Right, so with more losses, we do manage to succeed with getting 3 torpedo hits on this North Carolina, and the list on the bow is huge. Look at that. I'm not too certain that is going to sink though. I think we got too many hits in one area again, which is very unfortunate. We lost a lot of Kates, possibly for nothing. We'll order a retreat. But look at that, its stern is facing out of the water. That is excellent stuff. Okay, I think we're going to just look at reports, see what's happening. Yeah, heavy and heavy, it's not going to sink. That is so sad. What if we can look at what sort of torpedo protection it has on there? Yeah, 85% torpedo defense there, that'll be why. It's got a massive reduction. So actually hitting it with bombs is probably a better idea. But its deck armour is huge with 180mm. But we do have a submarine in the area, and we can of course launch another flight of Kates at it. I wonder how the torpedo defense differs from the South Dakota actually. It's just the same, okay. Right, well, are we going to leave? We lost so many aircraft. For nothing, really. Oh well. But we're going to return to base, and we're going to hit them again in the next episode, guys. So thank you very much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. If you're new here and enjoying the content, I would ask you to subscribe. I would love that. And maybe if you leave your feedback in the comments, so you get to see more and better episodes in the future. In the meantime, though, I've been the Edified Gamer, and I hope all your nights and days are auspicious. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.